like filming, just like babbling and like filming, whatever. Skin protection. I wear gloves while I drive, and I have long sleeves. And then I have this gigantic visor that just goes back and forth as needed. And blue sky. There we go. I spent 4 years here in college. I went to college near Indianapolis, just south of Indianapolis. And I was even on the billboard and on the advertising for the college in Indianapolis airport. So I spent a lot of time up in northern Indiana. I went to Chicago a bunch of times. Went over to Cincinnati. So a lot of the people were from like the tri-state area. So they were from like Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and then a lot of people from Kentucky. Like my roommate was from Kentucky my freshman year, so I went home with her at Thanksgiving. So it was a suitcase college. We only had 900 students at the time. I think now it's about 2,000. But it was really great, and I'm still friends with so many of them that I went to school with. I knew everybody because I was on the newspaper, and I worked in public affairs. So because of that, I had to send press releases home to all their small town newspapers. So I learned all the little towns they lived in, and I just loved it. And it was the only school I applied to. I visited my senior year, and it looked like Little House on the Prairie. And I said, this is freaking America. This is where I want to go to college. They also had an excellent journalism program. So I graduated with a journalism degree, and also minors in political science and economics and Canadian studies and international relations and all these things. So I really had a well-rounded education to be a news reporter. But then I ended up moving to Japan. I lived there for 4 years. Northern Japan through my college. So we have a sister city between Franklin, Indiana, and Kuji, which is K-U-J-I, not Kuji. Kuji, Japan. And so I was a cultural ambassador, and I ended up staying for 4 years because 9/11 happened while I was there, and I didn't want to go back to New York. So yeah, and it was great, and a lot of travel opportunities while I was at school. I went to Canada. Went on some other trips like DC and New York. Got to live in New York for a summer. Got to live in Rhode Island for a summer. Yeah, it was just really, really great. And we had our international club, I think, had 7 people. But we had students from Norway, Peru, Zimbabwe, other countries in Africa. We had Romanian students. We had just a lot of people from different places. So it was really great. So I'm going to be there in a few days. It's Sunday today. I'll be there on Wednesday for the day in Franklin. I'll go visit Tim's grave as well that day, or the day before. So I'm going to kind of loop around. So I'm in northern Indiana, right in the Great Lakes, and then I'm going to go up into Michigan, and then I'm going to come down into. So I think I'm on Lake Michigan now. I'm going to go into Michigan tomorrow, do something in Michigan, stay there, go into Ohio, finish Cuyahoga Valley National Park, which I don't actually know how to pronounce, and then go down through Cincinnati back over to Franklin. So I'm kind of looping around, flying out of Indianapolis on Thursday morning at 5 a.m. Super early. So I've got about 5 days at home. I've got Harriet's school orientation. I've got some medical appointments. I need to work on videos. I've got to sort the house out. So just a couple things to do when I'm home. It's not getting as busy each time I'm home now because a lot of the stuff I had to sort out, I'm kind of just now waiting. But when I come home in September, I'll be home probably for 2 weeks because I do have some other like annual checkups and things for my spine and my lady bits and all that stuff. So yeah, so I don't know. I have to plan the next leg. I know I have to get to Acadia in the next 2 weeks, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing. So I'm super excited to be exploring, but I have some downtime coming up over the next. I don't have very long drives. I only have like an hour or 2 drive, so I can park up at a Starbucks and just kind of work on my computer for the next couple of days each evening, so I can just start planning stuff and maybe get some more videos edited. I was so tired when I was on Isle Royale. I think because I had a cabin and I wasn't driving to anywhere that night. I just hiked, and as soon as I laid down on the futon, I was out. I went to bed at 7 p.m. and I didn't wake up until 6 a.m. the next morning. So I only worked on one video and then sorted the other videos. So what I do is I do all the video shooting, then I drop it all into my computer, organize it into folders, decide what order I'm going to do the videos, then I go through and I watch each video clip, and then I rename them so they're in order when I put them into Premiere Pro, and delete the videos I don't need, and then I move any videos I've completed into the cloud to get them off my computer, and then optimize the photos and videos so that it's not taking up much memory. I'm very technical. I've been doing digital media and all of this website stuff for almost 20 years now. So it's very easy for me. It takes me about an average of 2 to 3 hours to edit a video. So usually, like, I'll try to do all the pre-prepping and storyboarding and all that stuff. Like, I do have production value somewhat. While I'm kind of like on the road and stuff, like when I don't need Wi-Fi, and then I can edit the videos without Wi-Fi. Then when I get Wi-Fi, I can add the music, which I download from Epidemic Sound. And so very bumpy road. Once I edit the videos and add the music, then I can export it. I don't need Wi-Fi for the exporting, so I can also do that on my downtime. So what I'm trying to do now is get all the videos sorted, all the videos edited without music, and then when I'm in a Starbucks, I can drop the music in and do the exporting, which takes about 10 or 15 minutes. And then the Wi-Fi at Starbucks really isn't that good. Wi-Fi at the airport is super fast. It takes me 20 minutes to upload a video. It takes me 2 hours to upload a video at Starbucks. But so now what I'm doing, if I get all the videos edited as much as I can before I go to my layover at the airport, I can just upload them one by one, which is what I did in Vegas. I got 2 videos uploaded in the 4-hour layover that I had. I had to finish the videos, got them uploaded, got new headphones. And then when I'm home, also my Wi-Fi at home isn't very fast either. It's not really fiber optic or anything. So I can also just, let the videos upload while I'm sleeping. But again, I need to get them all done and just one by one get them uploaded. I think I can do multiple videos at a time now on YouTube. So I can just put like 3 videos in and get them on the channel. So I appreciate everyone that watches. I hope that these are useful to some part, or for the most part. But yeah, so now what I'm doing is I'm starting to share my itineraries. So if anybody would like any itineraries for anything that I'm doing, mostly it's drive times, rest areas, hikes, and other activities. I don't do a lot of like tourist sightseeing stuff like museums and things because I've already done all that stuff. So it's mostly the outdoor stuff. But I think it's useful, and then what I'm going to do is put a link to each of the videos that I create. I create a video for every single thing I do. There's people that go to like every country in the world and they don't do any videos. They do like 2 or 3 videos, that's it. But I'm doing a video for every single park I'm going to, every single state park in Texas, every single, even just drive times and like the van life. I don't really do like a van life vlog, like the day in the life of me. It's just more like, hey, I'm here and this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to start putting those links on each of the days that I go to, like Death Valley, I'll put that video link. Channel Islands, I'll put that video link. And then now I've got a bunch of people from my Traveling National Parks page on Facebook that I said, hey, if anyone wants my itineraries. So I've had probably about 20 people email me asking for the itineraries. So if anyone wants itineraries, just, let me know. I should probably update. I can probably get an email for you guys to email. But just, I'll put it in the About section of this channel, and if you want the itinerary, then you guys can just email me at that email. I've got to set the email up. I do have the email, I just haven't set the mailbox up. But you can just email it, and I will just take out all my personal info and just send you an itinerary with the links directly to those videos, so you don't have to like search the channel, but you can search the channel, or you can watch every video. I have some people that do binge watch everything, so I do appreciate that. But yeah, so it's just, I keep it simple, and I travel very frugally, but not like it's a cheapskate. So I mean, it just doesn't cost much because I have everything I need. I don't really, I'm solo travel, so I don't really eat out at restaurants every single time. I don't have to feed an entire family. There's a lot of things that are a lot cheaper for me in my circumstance than it would be for other people. But I'm hoping that at least some of my information can be helpful, to at least let you know like a good itinerary, good route to take, and that kind of thing. Okay. And some of them have map links where I've like saved the Google Maps that I put together. But I know like Kinging It, like a channel that I follow on YouTube, they actually put together like really good travel guides. So I used to do stuff like that, but I'm a researcher, not a travel agent. So it's just kind of I'm on a different trajectory with my travel. So I mean, I'm happy to send itineraries that I've used, but I don't plan people's trips. I'm not a travel agent. So I have had people ask me like, hey, can you help me plan a trip? I'm like, well, no, but I can send you my itinerary and you can kind of like choose your own adventure. I think that's better anyway. It kind of gets you into, oh my God, the 5 minutes, you know, maybe an hour. Sit down and just crank it out and get everything that I want to see. There's a lot of great websites, atlasofobscura.com. There's Wanderlog, which is fantastic. Wanderlog will find you all the things to do between point A and point B. There's also All Trails to find my trails. MTB Project for mountain biking if it's not on All Trails. All Trails will tell you, you can filter mountain biking trails, but MTB Project is specifically mountain biking. And then I have the posts that I put on Facebook. I save those so I can go back and look at the comments, and there's some really great advice that I've gotten, and some great like the mountain bike park yesterday that I went to in Wisconsin was really nice. It was, you know, a little bit too tame for me, but it was a good way to break up an 8-hour drive, and I had a really good time. Woke up sore this morning, so that was good. So yeah, so I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of put everything together, and if anyone wants an itinerary, by the time this video comes out, you'll see the email address in the About section. You could also follow my Instagram. Come on, Plugger, smash that like button. You can follow my Instagram. There's real-time updates there, just places I've been. It's just kind of tongue-in-cheek. It's not really like travel advice, like, you know, hey, I went to Isle Royale and I got a seaplane, which was fantastic. So you can, you know, join me on there. You can contact me directly. That's actually the easiest, is to email me directly on Instagram. Is a better way for me to see everything, because I'm not always on my email on my computer. I'm not always, you know, Instagram is the easiest because I'll get an instant notification that I got an email from you. I don't do that on my email because I get hundreds of emails a day from multiple accounts, and so it's just, you know, I don't want to be like married to my phone. But Instagram is the best. It's Jennie in a Van. So I'll put the link, put it right here where it's dark. Jennie in a Van. And you can just email me directly and ask me for itineraries. You can scroll back and see where I've been on my Instagram. It's not everything, but if you're saying, hey, do you have anything for, you know, because here's a map right now of everywhere I've been in the van since January 2021. Over 900 days of van life. And this is, and not all, I wasn't full-time last year. I had a full-time job, but now I'm pretty much 95% van life this year, just to get the whole country finished. But yeah, this is where I've been. All the states that I've been in this picture. And then this picture is Tripline, which is a great map that I'm just adding all the places I go, so I just kind of string it along. So I've been to all 89 state parks. I've been to 46 national parks. I've got 2 more to do on this trip, this leg of the trip. And so yeah, if you want to just, you know, if you say, hey, Southern California, what do you recommend? Happy to do recommendations. I just don't plan your entire trip for you. I don't book tickets. I don't do any of that stuff. But I'm happy to give you the advice of how to travel sustainably, the way that I do, and give you kind of the routes that have worked well for me. And yeah, any other questions you have about like things like how to make money on the road? I've been doing this for 23 years, so I don't really know how to answer that question, because I do have my career, I do have, you know, savings, I do have other things, ways that, you know, offsetting the cost of travel, I think, is my best advice, is try to find ways not to use money. Try to get products that you can, you know, secondhand products, or write to companies and get, I do a lot of product testing, so I get a lot of gear for free, get a lot of stuff on sale, so I don't really break the bank traveling. I never have in the 23 years I've done this, and I've been to 90 countries, and I'm now going to every state and every national park, so but I don't know how to give that advice on like, how do I get started in van life? I don't know. I started 2.5 years ago after 1 year of car camping in 2020, built the van in 2021, and had been backpacking and traveling overseas for 20 years before that. So I don't know. I started when no one else was really doing it. So, or very, very little few of us, and it was before social media, before everyone was an Instagram model. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question, but I can help you in other ways. So contact me on Instagram, Jennie in a Van, if you have any questions, and I can, you know, give you the answer that I can best answer. Like, I'm not going to like pretend to give you travel advice, or, you know, I'll give you what I have, and hopefully that's useful. But again, I'm not a travel agent, I'm a researcher. So I'm good at finding information. If you want to know where to fly a drone, or who to contact, which ranger to speak to, I can get you that information. That's the stuff I enjoy doing. But I can't plan like your Disney trip. and I don't book hotels for you. I don't do plane tickets. You know, I don't do any of that stuff. I'm not a travel agent, but I'm a researcher, so happy to give you all of the inside lowdown, logistical info. If you need accessibility information, that is also my forte. I focus on making the world less ableist and getting more information for people that have PTSD, wounded warriors, people with mobility, accessibility needs, people that use adaptive technology, people that want to do adventure stuff like rock climbing, but they need a little bit of modification. That's the stuff that I will help find out. I can get you in touch with the right person. I just got a few more recommendations. There's a fishing group for disabled veterans. There's you know, a lot of really good organizations that will do trips, group trips for people that have PTSD and things like that. So anyway, so I'm at Indiana Dunes. I'm in Indiana. Yay! Love Indiana. Love being back in the Midwest. And yeah, the gas is cheaper and the people are nicer. So, all right, I don't know, this video will probably just be on its own right now. So I'm going to go to Indiana Dunes, and I will probably see you, I'm going to guess, in the next episode, because I've just talked for 16 minutes. So see you in the next episode. This is just kind of a you know, if you want information, Jenny in a van, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. I don't even know how to do that. Anyway, all right, okay, I will chat with you in the next episode. So yay, new national park, new state.